Hello everybody. My name is Ardendris, and welcome back to ATM10. I totally just got jump scared by the little pillager in our hat. I thought I was about to get attacked. Anyways, welcome back. Last time, we were trying to get food going, with zero success. So, I had ended up planting a whole bunch of things between episodes, so now we have a couple of chests and barrels just completely full of various food things. Only problem, most of the food things I grew were from the Mama's Herbs and Harvest mod. And apparently, literally none of this is used for anything. Like, this is all just here to look cool. And these tomatoes, or they're the same as an apple. I suppose that's not too bad. That's something at least. The only things that really have a use in this entire mod, apparently, is mint to make peppermint for candy canes, and ginger for gingerbread cookies. Which, I mean, I guess that's something? I don't know, I got all this food, I was really excited for it, but it's literally just for making gingerbread dough, which we probably could do. I think I have a couple random eggs, some random sugar. Milk, I just need to find a cow. And wow, those are awful. Like, those are... Just eat the raw ginger. The raw ginger is just objectively better than the cookie. Okay. Okay. So yeah, all of the food we made last time, and all the food we were trying to make last time and grow, is completely pointless. We're just sticking with the baked potatoes until we can actually get Pam's food going, and some more Farmer's Delight stuff. Because we have some of that stuff, but not a great amount of it right now, and yeah, this stuff is where we're going to get our main food sources, so that's something to continue working. Ooh, wasabi. Grow those. Can I turn these back into seeds, or do I just... it doesn't look like it. So we have one wasabi already grown. Ooh, cucumber. Sushi. Sushi. Blah. Anyways, yeah. Farming was a bit of a dud last time, but I suppose that's fine. We'll come up with something to eat eventually. For now, we have bread. But anyways, today, what are we going to get up to? I mean, technically speaking, we could continue on with mystical agriculture, but I haven't had a chance to go get more, I haven't had the chance to go get more Inferium, but also something to work out and test. I need to wait for one of these seeds to fully grow up, because I keep right-clicking to harvest them whenever it comes up, and we have a decent amount of some of the essences. Mostly just the slime essence, though, so we technically could get 8 slime balls, or 16 slime balls, because it's 3 and we have enough for 2 different sets. Did I use up all my fertilizer? I still have some fertilized essence, but no actual fertilizer yet. I'm just gonna have to wait for that to grow up naturally, aren't I? But apparently, if a plant is on the right tier of soil, which all of these ones are, it is supposed to be able to give extra seeds. But I've yet to get a single extra seed by right-clicking, so we're gonna try this instead. Okay, it just gave the 1 seed back then. Oh, I thought that was supposed to give extra seeds. Like, someone commented about that, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I specifically looked at the Mystical Agriculture wiki, and it also says that you can get extra Inferium seeds if it's on the right soil, and it is, so weird. Maybe it's just a really low chance to get extra seeds out of it. So I suppose that's something to hopefully keep working on, and I'm just probably just gonna go off the assumption that it's a low chance, and I'm just gonna keep trying. But anyways, I can't really continue on with mystical agriculture right now, so let's get up to something else. Oh, our boots broke. I'm gonna have to head back home and get a new pair. And I think that something else is going to be, um, where's magic on this list? Here it is, Ars Nouveau. We're gonna start up with Ars Nouveau today. Might as well just run through some of these. ATM Star. Occultism is going to give us Demon Streams fruits. Is Ars Nouveau on this screen, and is it going to give us something good for starting? Oh wait, no, I already got that. Um, yeah. There's just so much in all of these. Wait, that was already completed. That one's gonna give us a chisel. Maybe I should just go through all of these and just see if there's anything important. Like frog lights, not really. I don't really need those right now. Saw, don't really need it right now. Saplings would be nice, but again, not right now. Glass, I might as well take it. I'm probably going to need it. Glass, I'm probably going to need it. Um, Free block of iron. Free gold and iron. Um, Free all of these, so that's pretty good. I know I'm going to need an amethyst. Free infusion crystal. Dyes I'm probably going to need, but not right now. Anything else in here? Ooh, rice seeds. Might as well grab those and just grow them, because why not? Free tomatoes, onions, and cabbages. Free kitchen floors. All of these are just like random blocks you might need. So I'm just gonna grab some of them, and it's like, oh, you can use these for building purposes. The building tips one is not the most exciting page on here, but it did get us a whole bunch of good new resources. So all of that can just sit in here for now. I'll deal with inventory management a little bit better in a moment. Anyways, just gonna toss all this behind. And we technically do have some food now with tomatoes, onions, and cabbages. But I don't know if that's really enough to get us started. Um, hmm. If we got some chicken, we can make a chicken sandwich. Oh, I guess you can't use tofu to replace that. I thought you could use tofu for more or less everything, but I guess not that. Oh, wait, no, that also requires... Oh, any bread will do, I guess. Is there anything we can make with just cabbages and... cabbages, onions, and whatnot? No, it looks like most of it's also going to rely on some sort of meats. We don't have beetroot, so we can't make the mixed salad. Yeah, it looks like we're not really getting much right now. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Anyways, amethyst can also go in here, and this can sit in here. Cool. We'll... Oops, you're in the wrong backpack. Anyways, I'm definitely a little bit over the place right now. We're gonna plant these rice seeds, and then we're going to take a look at what we're actually going to start up today, Ars Nouveau. We're already farther into that mod than I have ever been before, based off of this one random book we got. So, so all of this is more or less going to be new to me. So, Ars Nouveau, I believe it has a guidebook that we're going to be making too, but let's just start looking at what's in here, shall we? Excuse me. Anyways, welcome to Ars Nouveau. We got a book, which means we can get the Tattered Tome. Ars Nouveau is a magic mod that allows you to create custom spells with the different glyphs made within the mod. So we'll be taking that and the experience. Anyways, spellbooks. To get started, you'll need to craft yourself a novice spellbook. This is where you create and store your spells. Hitting the C button will open up the Create a Spell page. On the left, there are several tabs, but the main three are Spell Creation, Color Picker, and Familiars. This spellbook would only allow you to create and use Tier 1 glyphs. To create better spells, you'll need to upgrade your spellbook. Okay, so it's a bunch of iron tools. We can do that pretty easy. You can color your book. Okay, so it's a book, and how do we get it? Oh, we can use our Tattered Tome if we want, but I'd rather keep this. Okay, so let's head back home real quick, because I don't think I have my books on me, do I? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So, we're actually getting out a spell book, and now for real we'll be further than I've ever been. Come on, there we go. This one? Aha. I vaguely know where things are. It's a total mess, but I could find things pretty quickly if I needed to. Anyways, where is my sticks and iron? Which ones was it? It was everything but a sword, I think, right? No, everything but a hoe. Got it. So, boop, boop, boop. Dot, dot, doop, doop. That, and that gets us you. And then that, can I just do that? And is that enough? Yes, it is. Novice Spellbook. Press not bound to quick select. Press C to quick craft. Got it. So we now have a spellbook, and it's just gonna be open and looking cool. Invalid spell. Okay, we can already see in there. Oops, that's the wrong button. Wait, why did pressing escape do that? Weird. Anyways, spellbooks. We get a free mana potion regen, or a potion of mana regen, words are hard, and that. Anyways, this is just information on mana. In the bottom left of your screen, you'll see a bar. This bar is your mana pool. There are several ways to increase your mana pool or increase the efficiency of your spells as you progress through the mod. Upgrading your spellbook could also increase your mana. Cool, thank you. We know what it does. We got our potions. Creating your first spell. While holding your spellbook, you can press C to open up the spell creation page. Each spell must have a form. You start off with 3 basic forms: projectile, self-cast, and touch. Okay. So, definitely getting the Ars Magica vibes just from that little bit. For the effect, this determines what happens when you cast the spell. You can have up to 9 effects per spell. For stars, you have Harm and Break. Select one form and one effect, name your spell, and click Create. Got it. And then down here, we can, if we upgrade our spellbook, if we had Blaze Rods, we could do that right now, but sadly we do not. Or if we got, oh wait, no, that's the dying one. Never mind. So, yeah, if we basically we're just missing Blaze Rods, I think a nether trip is going to have to happen pretty quickly. Okay. So now we have to go get the Archwood logs in order to make the Scribe's table, and that will let us get extra glyphs. But, might as well just look to see what we can make as far as basic spells go right now. That's the wrong button. Oh, excuse me. We have Touch, Self, Projectile, and we randomly got Phantomine after we opened up a random glyph thing. The spells applies spells to the nearest block in your line of sight. Dampen will reduce the distance, Amplify will increase it, Sensitive will highlight the selected block. Okay. So, basically we can, if we're looking in the direction of a block and it's close enough, it will just have an effect happen to it. Cool. So we could do that with a break, which breaks blocks. Carve cuts identical item entities, crafting them into stairs. Works on stone and wood only. Okay. So we could just make stone blocks and wood blocks into stairs if we wanted to. That's interesting. Filter living. Stops the spell from resolving unless it targets a living entity. Filter not aerial. Stops the spell from resolving unless target on aerial creature. Okay, so we can specifically target things that are flying, and we can specifically target things that are living entities. Cool. You want to just do a very basic harming spell, I guess? Okay, and if we add a bunch of extra harming spells or harming effects, I'm assuming it will do more damage, but it also costs quite a bit more, mana to cast. So what if we just do 3? That looks like we could launch it 4 times. Sure. And we get to name it. And then I think we also get to color it in a moment. Save. Cool, why not? Oh, wait, no. That was changing the color for all of our magic, probably. Familiars. We don't have any yet. Sounds. We could adjust our spell magic. That's cool. Save all. Settings and rewards. Dynamic lights are turned off. This can cause lag for users with weak CPUs, low RAM allocation, and unexpected results with performance mods like Optifine. I'll just leave that off for now. I'm assuming that would make the spells actually do magic. Join the Discord, whatever. Anyways, projectile, harm, and we're going to do it 3 times. And basic magic missile, I guess. Create. And now we have basic magic crystal on this thing. Press not bound to quick select, press C to quick craft. I'm gonna assume we probably have a way to... how exactly does this work? So, we have a basic spell. My immediate thought would be that whenever I right-click with the spellbook in hand, it's going to cast. But it could be a thing where I actually need to press 1. Oh wait, no, it just activated right there. So, sorry, Pig, you're the closest thing. Okay, can 2-shot a pig. I'm not sure how much of a, I don't even know. I'm not sure entirely what that says about the spell. It can 2-shot a pig. That means it can 2-shot a pig. That's all we know about it. It does an amount of damage that is more than 2.5 hearts. Okay. Oh, thanks for the pig trophy. We're just gonna keep collecting those. So, it looked like it did 4.5 hearts of damage. That's not too bad. Does this count as harming damage? If this counts as harming damage, it's actually going to heal a zombie instead, which would not exactly be ideal. Now I need to find something to test it. But we technically do have magic now. So, yay! Yeah, we have 2 magic spells, one for breaking dirt and rocks and stuff, and one for breaking enemies. Um, but we need to find some of the magical wood to continue on. Oh, but is there another little village over here? I just sort of started running, hoping to find a magic tree, and ran into you. Where do you come from? Okay, there's a couple of them over here, but I don't actually see any village houses or anything. It's just random villagers? Weird. Um, hello, friend. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's a five shot on a zombie, and it does count as normal damage. Or it does not count as magical. Words are hard. It is not harming potion damage. It is just 4.5 hearts of regular damage, as if I was like hitting with a sword or something, not like specific harming potions. So that works pretty well. We're definitely going to need something a little bit stronger, though, because that is not a lot. Only 4.5 hearts when mobs are going to start ramping up in strength, especially bosses. So, I guess I'm running around to find the magical tree. We basically started in a magical forest, and I didn't gather any blocks of wood, so that's a bit of a goof on my part. And I definitely don't see any more around here right now. Oh, hello there. That's made out of endstone. Hold on. I think I actually need to gather some of that for one of the quest things. This, hmm. Oh, there's also another meteor crash site over here. I'm curious if that one would also uncover a boss fight. That would be cool, because we got some pretty good stuff out of the last one. So, let's just clear this while we're over here. I am running around looking for magical wood anyways, so might as well take the opportunity to explore. Um, so... Nope, I don't see any bosses, but I might have just missed it. Oh, and there's another EvilCraft accumulator thing. Box glove. Oh, wait, no, this is... Well, I was looking for the magical wood. It's just here, after all. Is there a quick way up, or am I going to have to... Hmm. Yeah, there's no stairs or anything like that. It's just there. Thankfully, I have a bunch of extra jump height, and there are some trees to help us out here. So there, and that's about as far as I can go up from here. Can I make that jump? Barely. Cool. There's nothing up here. It's a ruined tower. Like, it's just a ruined tower. There's nothing actually here to see. That's a little bit sad. I was hoping for something cool. But, oh well, I guess this is a good enough chance to grab this stuff then. I have no idea how much of this I need. Might as well take some of the planks as well, because why not? Okay. Oh wait, no, I thought there was something inside. That's outside, specifically. I'm curious if I have a reason to take this source stone, bricks. Maybe, no idea. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more of this stuff to be sure, and then we're going to explore that little meteor crash real quick before heading back home to actually continuing on with our magical research. Um, oh, there goes the axe. I'm gonna hope 8 and 24 is good enough to start at least. Or, wait, I just have resources to make more axes. Why do I not have a better axe? I keep taking the random ones. Also, completely forgot to grab new armor. Whoops. Um, this should be a good enough start for now. Ow. We don't actually take much fall damage thanks to the cat slippers, because they give us like 4 or 5 extra blocks of falling before we take damage. But still, I prefer the old style of just not taking fall damage at all. That would be nice. You and you and you and all of this stuff can just get tossed away for right now. What are these? I'm assuming the meteor actually destroyed the ground after the trees were spawned in, so all of this stuff just got dropped. Black black currant, cool. I'm getting stuck in little blocks, or little holes rather. Is there an exposed boss in this little cave over here? Or is there not? If there's not, we're just heading back and we're going to continue on with magical research. But nope, just a little cave system. Oh well, time to head back home. I also completely ignored that. It's just going to have some magical crystals in it, though. Or, actually, no, it probably would. It has a randomized chest up top. I should have cleared that out. Whoops. Anyways, we'll go back at some point. Anyways, back to magic. To gain further knowledge of spells, you'll need a specific type of magical wood. Hardwood trees can be found in the overworld. Okay, so we get a sapling for it and some experience. Cool. From here, the dowsing rod gives you magic find and scrying when used. This allows you to see nearby magic creatures as well as helping you find amethyst. Okay, so we're probably going to build that. That's super cheap. We can grow amethyst now, but that would just help out. And the scribe's table. If you want to cast better spells, you'll need a scribe's table to unlock new glyphs for your spellbook. There are 3 tiers of glyphs to unlock, and each one requires some experience and items. Okay, so this is going to need levels then. The scribe's table is also used to attach spells to spell parchments. To do this, place a spell parchment on the table, select a spell in your spellbook, then sneak right-click the book on the table. To create a glyph, right-click on the scribe's table with your spellbook, search for the glyph you want to make, then click Select at the bottom. Right-clicking the table with the items required and the glyph will be created, use the glyph to learn it. Okay. This table can pull in items from nearby inventories. Okay, so basically we're going to need a chest full of stuff, and then we're going to need to gather resources to actually unlock specific glyphs. Like, there's the glyph of Wither here, I'm going to assume is going to require, okay, Wither Skulls to learn. Okay, that's good to know. We're probably still going to be stuck with tier 1 glyphs for a while. Like, Glyph of Leap. Oh, that's going to need Wilden Wings and Air Essence. Okay, so we're going to need some stuff before we can actually get going. But I suppose we might as well make the table anyways. So at ours, and somewheres on this screen should be the scribe's table. Where is it? Do-do-do. That is not it. That's a turret, but I'm going to assume it's... Am I just missing it? Or am I not on the right page yet? Source relays. Alteration table. Why am I not just looking up scribes? That would be so much easier than, like, struggling to find it and everything. But at this point, I kind of want to just find it like this so we can see the other Ars stuff on the page. Nope, I'm just missing it. 1 second, let me find it. Ha, found it. Here we go. So, 2 logs, 3 slabs, and 2 gold nuggets. I did that way the hard way, but whatever. Anyways, we're going to need 2 of these, and we're going to need 2 of the logs, and we're going to need to turn some of these into slabs. I mean, the archwood actually just looks pretty nice, so we're probably going to be building with it at some point. Anyways, scribe's table, here we go. Maybe we should put this over at the farm. That would do all of our magical stuff over there. I mean, we're probably going to be setting up properly over here at some point, so it's probably not a bad idea to start doing stuff over there, especially since that means the mystical stuff will also be growing at the same time. So let's just head back this way. I still don't know if this is actually faster than the... I once again forgot to actually grab a new pair of boots. I'll see you over there. I'm still not 100% sure if the paraglider umbrella stuff is faster, but I do like doing it more. Oh, interesting. We're out here for Frontier. Equip a full set of affix items to progress into the Frontier. Once unlocked, press Ctrl T to activate it. I almost completely forgot about this. I just apparently accidentally did this by putting on a new pair of boots. So Frontier, venture forth into this dangerous world. At this point, we'll gain extra experience and have extra luck. Monsters are going to have a bit of extra armor, and drop chances are a little bit better. So sure, might as well just upgrade, and we could go down back into Haven if we want to. That's pretty cool. I accidentally did it with this extra swim speed boots. Cool. Anyways, I just thought of something else I wanted to do while I was here too, but I instantly forgot it when I saw World Tier Frontier pop up. I don't know. Must not have been super... no, hold on, I remember. Trafalgar gave me a little bit of a warning, I guess, hint, to build one of the, a very specific, what's the word? Upgrade for the backpacks. I scrolled the wrong way. Which is the one that stores experience, whichever one that is. Because apparently we're going to need a bunch of levels, and honestly, I can already see that that's going to be true, considering ours is instantly going to need a bunch. So, which one is it? Pump? We'll let you pump fluids. Anvil, chipped. Advanced alchemy, automatically use potions. Survival infinite, make all items in backpack infinite. Admin. I'm sure there's one of these that holds experience, but I have no idea which one it is. Tech upgrades, stonecutters. I'm not seeing it. I was hinted to get the experience one, but I don't see it. That's advanced tool swapper, that's tanks. That replaces it with fluid storage, but do we have one for experience storage? I don't see it. Am I missing it, Trafalgar? I might be. I don't know. Let me take one more quick look through, and then I don't know. I was hinted about this, but I don't see it right now. Ha! I must have just skipped over it in a huge list, but when I looked up experience, I found it. So, this is from Sophisticated Core Experience, not Create Experience or Reliquary Experience. Very sure of that one. And apparently it exists for the things too, the sophisticated barrels. But essentially, it pumps experience between tank upgrade and a player. Can we do that right now? The regular pump, yes, it's expensive, but we can do it. I have a couple of ender pearls, but I don't think I have any blaze powder to turn them into eyes of ender, so I don't think I can do that. Plus, I don't think I have any infusion enchants. Oh yeah, Apotheonic changes how enchanting works. So you could turn a honey bottle into experience potions. That's pretty funny. Um, yeah, it doesn't look like I have a way to do this right now. Oh, well, I'm gonna need to find some random bottles, I think, or just hope to get a way to do this otherwise. So, we know that's going to be important. I was hoping to be able to do it now, but it's, not in the cards until we can get some extra resources going. Because we just don't have what we need, apparently. Wait, do I not have any pearls? Oh, there they are. I just skipped over them. Yeah, we just have 0 blaze powder, though. So, experience things are going to have to wait until another trip, or until we can hopefully find a couple of bottles of enchanting it, too. So, thanks for the tip. We sadly cannot do it right now, Trafalgar. Anyways, back to magical research. Oh, there was a tree right there. I went running to find a magical tree, and there was literally one just outside my front door. Oh my goodness, I'm a goof. Hold on. I thought one of those red ones was the red archwood tree, too. That would have just been the icing on the cake, not one, but two of them waiting for us. Oh well. Anyways, back to magical research. Just as I made it back over here, the umbrella actually leveled up, so that's pretty cool. What is your next level going to look like? Okay, an extra pushback. Okay, basically it just makes your whole pushing us around ability a little bit better. Cool. So now we can do it 4 times on a slower cooldown, or faster cooldown, I guess. Anyways, here we are. And I totally left, like, ours magical stones or whatever behind. Also, not the direction I was expecting that to place. Oh well. Anyways, scribe's table. Let's set this up over here instead, next to the other altar, because why not? Anyways, it looks like it places like that instead. How does this work? Oh, our tattered tome is there now. Oh, it actually gets placed on the table, which is kind of cool. Nope, I need that back. Nope, that's the wrong book. This book. Here we go. I just used all the wrong books first, I guess. Okay, so we can see all glyphs. Let's look at tier 1, because those are probably the only ones we'll be able to afford. The overhead. Magic in some sort of essence. Targets a block above the caster's head. I mean, if we were going to do that with, like, target above ray break or something like that, would be a quick tunnel out. Ray instantly strikes to pointed at targets, at limited yet greater range than touch. Mana is expended whether or not the ray hits anything. AoE increases range. Sensitive 1 lets the ray strike objects that do not block motion, such as plants or floating mage lights. Sensitive 2 allows the ray to strike fluids. Okay. So we could do Ray Break. Underfoot breaks the block under you. Bounce gives the player the bounce effect, causing them to bounce upwards when upon falling. Amplification of bounce will preserve additional forward-facing motion per bounce. Okay, so basically you could give yourself like the slime boots from Tinkers. Bubble captures mobs and entities it touches, causing them to float upwards. Conjure Mage Block. Temporary blocks. Conjure Mage Lights. Permanent light source. That one could be fun. That one looks pretty cheap, too. It's just a lantern and a torch. Conjure Terrain. Places dirt. Craft opens crafting. Don't need that. Cut. Simulates using shears on entities and blocks or damages non-shearable entities for a small amount. Employer will simulate any using an axe instead of shears. For simulating breaking with shears, see a break insensitive. Costs nothing. Okay, so we could get like a small slash attack. Delay is a delayed effect. Dispel removes potions. Evaporates. Spell harvest entire trees. That one could be nice. I'm not really sure how to get the essences we need though. Freeze, fuse. Harvest. That one could be nice. Launch an entity or block into the air. Can be used for large jumps, yeeting mobs into the sky, or for scaling mountains. Sensitive will stop this spell from launching blocks. That requires rabbit hide. That's not happening. Knockback will throw things. Item pickup will pick up stuff. Interact, insert, and ignite. Sensitive will summon mage fire. Shorter lived fire that will not spread or destroy blocks. So basically we could get Ignite, and that would turn our basic spell into a fire version. Leap launches the target in the direction they're looking. Amplification will increase the range. Place, plow. Oh, that one would have been nice. Pull, redstone signal, reset. Reset spell change to original target if it was changed by a previous effect. For example, burst, place, reset, break will cause burst to place blocks, but only break will apply to the original location. Okay, so using a reset will allow you to bypass combination and duplicate limits on glyphs. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Reverse means it will turn around, I'm assuming. Oh, okay, so if you cast like throw from this direction on that, it reverse would send it coming at you. Hmm. There's a lot here. I'm not entirely sure what most of it means right now. Okay, Rune could make, like, landmines. Snare would keep things in place. Electrical damage. Amplify will make spells do more damage, or will amplify the effects. So that's a very important one to get. Wololo uses the color of an entity or compatible block. So there are two Wololos in this game. One of them from Iron Spells, and one of them from Ars. Cool. Toss. Summon wolves could be fun. Summon steed could be fun. That's just some leather. So randomized behavior, some glyphs. Causes forms to target blocks that you normally cannot target. Projectile in orbit will target grass. Touch will target fluids and air. Uses targeting rules of certain effects. Stops the spell from revolving unless it's on an animal, unless it's on a block. Only works in the dark. Start unless it attacks something. Stop until it hits an item. Stop until it hits lights, or unless there's lights. Monster, not player, not self, player, self, aerial. I don't know. Most of these filters right now don't seem that important. They're just, oh, it will only work against this specific mob. So, what do we actually want here? Amplify seems like a given. That's just going to be a diamond pickaxe. We can do that simply enough. It's expensive, but worth it. We're definitely going to need to go get more diamonds. So now we could just upgrade our prey or whatever. That is not what I meant to do. Nope, give us that back. Does that just work, or do I just need to have it in my image? Storm Sheep has awoken nearby. What does that mean? So there's a boss somewheres in the area, but where? Storm Sheep. Is it an actual sheep, or is it just a monster named Storm Sheep? It really could go either way. And I do not have my shield on me, so we're going in just sword and basic magic missile. Um, okay, now I need to track this thing down. Oh, there it is. Cool. That is not a sheep. It is most definitely not a sheep. Oh, nope. Do not cast that. I want to cast, summon swords. Attack! Get them, my pretties. Get them. Get the zombies. Get them. Ah, that works perfectly. Oh, apparently the zombies also summoned with swords. Go away. There we go. So we can handle ourselves okay in a fight if I'm prepared for it. I have a few different magics that I can cast to help out. So our swords will just give us a little bit of leeway. I need to dump stuff real quick. Oh yeah, so while I was running over here, I actually found a little bit of Inferium, so we do have something. Where did that boss go? I don't see the glow anymore. Did the boss despawn while I was dealing with those things? I really hope not. I really hope that's not a thing that's just allowed to happen. Where did you go? Is it just gone? I was excited. We got a whole thing like a boss has appeared and is ready to fight. And I was ready to fight too. Sasha the Light has awoken nearby. Okay, so the first boss disappeared, but we won't let the second one do the same. So we're coming to get you, Sasha the Light. This is called again? Fire Dash. We're out of mana. Yeah, we do not have a lot to work with right now. Get him, my Firefly friends. You know, what would be nice would be a shield, but I forgot it at home. Okay, so we're handling ourselves pretty well right now. Our swords are dealing with the boss while we're dealing with the extra things just in our way. Oh, kill 50 skeletons, nice. How's the boss doing? I've just been neglecting it in favor of everything else. Oh, our swords almost did it all on their own. We didn't even really need to help all that much. That works pretty well. A new magic, some steel leaf boots. Okay, nothing too exciting. But it was technically a boss, and it did specifically come and try to get us, and we dealt with it in turn. Or, I suppose our magical swords did, but whatever. Still, pretty cool. Anyways, I think we're good to get back into the magic for a moment, unless something else decides to pop off. Anyways, grab that. And... okay, I don't care which diamond pickaxe it uses. If it wants to use the broken one, by all means. Anyways, amplify, there it is. Diamond pickaxe. Select. Toss tools as they appear above to complete crafting. Okay, so this feels familiar. Ha, that just works. And now, oh, that's a really cool animation. The glyph of amplify. Is that, oh wait, no, we have to open this. A source jar, cool. Anyways, tier 1 glyphs. We know there's tier 1 glyphs. We have a tier 1 glyph. And with that, we now have glyph of amplify. You have not unlocked this glyph. And it's just some extra experience for free. We use it, and now we can affect things with amplify instead. Okay, so we actually can just work on this thing. We don't have to make a new one. We can just change how this one works. Cool, that's good. So, carve is the one that only cuts stairs. Arm, amplify. And how do we make the fire one? I think I want the fire one too, which was ignite. 3 coal and a flint and steel. That's simple enough. I don't have any flint on me, but I know I have some at home. So let me run back and grab just a single piece of flint real quick so that we can make fire. Unless there's just some gravel right here. I mean, this is probably just going to be faster. Why did I grab the one underwater instead of the one in? That was a bit silly. Anyways, this will eventually just give us a piece of flint, and that will let us make fire. And basically, we'll get a amplified magic firebolt, basically. There's that. Grab you. Our swords are just hovering about, so we're pretty safe right now. That and that. Cool. So now, ignite, select. Actually, what could we make for tier 2? Um, Maybe we should read up on tier 2 before we just go in, because this is where some of the cooler ones are, and I think we probably could get some of this right now, though probably nowhere near as much. Arc projectile basically lobs it like a grenade, it looks like. There's a whole lot of spells here. I don't know what most of them do. Um, I need to figure out how to make these essences before we can really continue on, is basically the thing. Ooh, explosion. Maybe we should have looked at that stuff before just going into spells, but whatever. Anyways, tier 1, ignite, select, um, that, 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 and that. And now we have ignite. So I'll probably change the name of this thing to Firebolt in that case. There's another thing, just a little bit more experience. And this is going to become, oh wait, no, it didn't save. Uh, amplify that. Regular ignite. Ignite can't be amplified, it looks like. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it should do more damage, hopefully. And this thing is going to be changed into Firebolt. Although the ignition is basically just an extra effect. So let's test this thing again. It did 4.5 hearts before. And it was a 2-shot to a pig. So let me go check. I guess I should try this with a pig again. That's going to be the best way to do it. Maybe I should do ignite first. That way, if it's, I think it happens in order. Like it will damage fire. So maybe I should be a bit careful with it. Hold on. How exactly does ignite work? Sets blocks and mobs on fire for a short time. Sensitive will summon mage fire, short of fire. I'm curious if that would work for an auto smelt. It seems like most of the glyphs have various different effects depending on what they hit and how they activate in order. So it might be a thing where like a sensitive flame with mining break might be an auto smelt. It's a chance. I don't know for sure. Anyways, I need to go track down a pig real quick, and just to see order of operations and to see how much stronger this thing is. So 1 second. Hello, pig friends. I'm sorry we tested on you before, so we must test on you again. Okay. We're get over here. How much damage did that do? Okay, same damage. Ah, dang it. So, 2 amplified harms are slightly weaker. Or are about the same damage as a... Wait, no. The fire is also doing extra stuff. Wait, why did that one insta-kill, but the other one didn't? Also, order of operations does matter. It would only get set on fire if it doesn't die to the attack. So let's do ignite first, and then we'll do amplified harm. Actually, amplify 2. Let's try that. And then we could put an extra harm on top just for a little bit of damage, but it's kind of expensive at this point, especially as a first spell. So this should now fire first and then do the damage, and probably get cooked pork chops. Okay, so this technically does do more damage now. Like, if it did 2 single amplified harms, it left it at 4.5 after the fire. So it was technically doing slightly less damage than the 3 normal harms. But now this one sets it on fire, and then the harm hits and brings it down to 4, brings it down to half a heart, and then the fire takes it away, and we get cooked food instantly. So, a slightly stronger spell than we first started with our basic magic missile, though not by much. I think the fire would only boost it to, I don't know, it would probably do 6 hearts at that point. I think it's going to be 3 half-heart takes of damage. There is a zombie underground, so that would be a good test subject. So we're just going to do one more little test with this spell, and then we're going to end off, I think, looking at the time. So let me go find this thing real quick. I'm just gonna have to do some digging about. Hopefully it won't be too long, though. I do hear that spider right nearby. Try not to get some gravel falling on our head. Where is this cave? Oh, here it is. There you are. Oh, no, sword, don't do it. No. I have no idea how much of that damage was from the sword or not. I completely forgot that that was gonna happen. So, creeper. Probably not the best target, considering you're going to, 1, fall to your death if I do that, and 2, you trying to run away from me. I need something in a stable position. Also not in water, because the whole point of this is that it sets it on fire. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, how come that one only did 4.5 damage? Does this... I guess pigs have less built-in defenses, and this is actually hitting defenses? Oh yeah, obviously it has built-in defenses. We just increased the difficulty level of the world. Oh yeah, and this will also light fires on the ground. I forgot it did that. Oh, my magical sword just drowned. Okay, then. Anyways, figured I'd grab that Inferium while I was here, because this stuff is pretty important. But that is probably a pretty good place to end things off. So, spell requires a target. Let's head back home real quick. So, magic! We technically have... Oh, they both faded from the world because they traveled away. We now have some Ars stuff going. Nothing super powerful just yet. Just a single, simple little firebolt, but it is something. So next time we're probably going to continue on looking at, like the imbuement chamber, creating source gems. Okay, create one of the main crafting items in Ars. The source gem will need to make an imbuement chamber. So that thing's simple enough. We could have made it right now. So we're going to continue looking at all of this. We're probably... How far are we going to get into this? I don't know. We got a source jar for free, so we could just do that. And then I'm assuming you use source, we fill it up with various minerals, and it will get turned into various things we need for making new spells. So that's all cool. We should probably start looking at the tombstone magic stuff too, because we're racking up a bunch of these enchanted scrolls from, and EvilCraft. There are so many mods I want to look at. I'm more interested in the magical side of things than the tech stuff. So we're probably going to be spending most of the beginning looking at that stuff. Looking at magic instead. But we're going to get to tech eventually. Also, hold on. We have one wither skull here. There's another one of these towers that spawn. That means I just need to find one more of these and we could fight a wither already. That didn't even quite register until just now. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I'm just dumping some inventory stuff. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for watching one more time, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagata and Goddess of the Star-Filled Void. Thank you so much for the extra support. So now, without further ado, take care, everybody.